Alright. Alright. We are good to go. So now we're just going to wait a little bit here, and then we'll get started momentarily for what we're going to be doing. Getting into starting at the chapter 3 with Orphe and Magnus, and basically just keep the ball rolling for what we're going to be doing. So, see where it goes. I will let you know it's going to be a short stream for the night. I think normally it is on Fridays for like 2-hour streams, and then we will be we'll be finding out what's going to be happening for next week. That will be the thing. But in the meantime, hope you guys are doing well, and we'll get started here momentarily. Get started momentarily here. Dun, 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 dun. We'll give it a little time here, and then we'll get this ball rolling. Burr, burr, burr. Waiting for that last minute here, and then we will flip this over. Flip it and roll. Row and goal, and all those. I don't even know what I was saying. Alright. Alright, let me get this. Alright, there we go. Let me get this. Click on... Well, that's not what I meant. Alright. And before we do anything else, and before we get going here, I've got a couple of polychrome stuff I need to go for the signal shop here and get. Ain't much, but at least I got like 31 master encrypted tapes, so I'm saving up for something. I don't know what, but I'm saving up for something. Just for the sake of it. But last time we left off, we are pretty much getting started with Chapter 3 because we beat Chapter 2 last week. Last week we beat Chapter 2 and everything. We're now in Chapter 3, and we are starting out with Orphe and Magnus, and basically we're getting started with what we're going to be doing, which is an operation to do something. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but we're going to get to it as we get to it. Alright, Soldier 11 seat. What do you guys got to say? Mobile squad assemble. Salutes Captain Magnus. Even after all this time, Soldier 11 has remained disciplined and focused. That's what you call model soldier. But they can't even get my nickname right, so I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? Aren't I a model soldier? You see, you're a soldier too. If you join the Scouts, Seed, you definitely be an honor scout. I feel like there's a memory somewhere in my past, something about being in the Scouts. If I weren't busy taking care of Scene Senior, I'd absolutely be an honored member. Captain, we got We got 12 or 13 push-ups worth of time before we were late for the operation briefing, depending on whether we're doing them one-handed or two. Let's hurry to the operation briefing, or we'll be punished as problem squad members before we even get the chance to become honored ones. I don't even know if there's like any other. There's probably like other people in Opal Squad, but it's like I would find it weird just out of the blue. It's like they just get punished when it's like the only squad that's like they're operating under, you know? Alright, the members of the Opal Squad are gathered around the command table. Let's get going.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltus stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumex, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltus communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel.
I gotcha.
Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon.
Okay, gotcha.
The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obel. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations.
Got it. Don't forget the ranking. Oh, hey, what's going on, AG? What's going on? How are you doing in ZZZ tonight? I'm getting started in Chapter 3 at the moment, and we're going to get started here and basically kind of advance as much as we can for tonight. And then, yeah, I'm just getting started. How you been, AG? How's life treating you for the most part, my guy?
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
I mean, it's both.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Also, I just noticed a gun blushing for the most part.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obel Squad. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Trustworthy friend. That indeed.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obel Squad in the operation.
Oh yeah, that's right, it's us.
Per the agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow.
Oh, that's right, that's us. How could I forget? I say that, and then immediately I'm going to forget important detail later on, you know what I mean?
The Exaltists have long plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Blitz Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Blitz and Aegis. Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Alright, let's do it.
Obel Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Let's get to it. Alright, with Orpheus Magnus, okay, they can unleash different aftershock attacks based on their energy and recovery bottle heating. With sufficient bottle heating cooldown to unleash an EX special attack heat charge, grants the whole squad zero band effects, which boosts their abilities. Alright.
Blitz Squad, in position.
Aegis Squad, report your position. Do you copy?
Copy, Captain Magus. Agents reporting in.
We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes. Landing at Blitz Squad's 3 o'clock.
Primary objective, rendezvous with the mayor's envoy.
Must be someone pretty important. They've got Obel Squad handling
Oh boy.
the pickup.
They're very
powerful.
I gotta get used to this. Also, gotta pick up some minerals too. Lumina orbs.
Are they exactly?
Let's save the chit-chat for after the mission. Stay focused on the battle.
I got a couple of minerals to pick up along the way here too, because these will probably be useful for something.
By the way, why are we meeting inside the hollow?
Captain Magus is all
Bingo,
about
found you.
action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat scenarios rather than listening to someone introduce them.
Okay. Hello, Wise.
We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target? How many people are we talking about here?
They're long titles. Just call me Lord Phaethon. Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Hey everyone, forget the titles. Why don't you all just call me Proxy?
So this is the amazing Mr. Phaethon
Oh, they already know.
and Soldier 11 we're talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned, right?
Infamous? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Me? Infamous? Nah. You're misguided.
Trigger was definitely talking about the renowned Mr. Phaethon.
There you go, that's correct.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned. For villains, it would be...
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
Good lord. Well, that's one hell of a character. I wonder how they pitched something that mechanical snake with a gun for a head with a little tie. So there's a story behind this, HG, and I'll explain. So, the gun with the head or so, which is the tail of Orphe, to explain, is the original conscious of Orphe. And long story short, that's their original, that was their body. They got damaged, so they, in a way, grew a new body similar to what Magnus was, but the problem is it had another conscious in it. So instead, they put Magnus in the tail of that body, being Orphe, and they became the gun. Sounds strange, right? But yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, literally the original conscious of that body is in the gun.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obel
Yeah.
Squad.
And yeah, the little mechanic with a head and a little tie. Yeah, I know. Little tie on it. It's like a little jacket zipper.
I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
The movie? A hero from the underworld?
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments, but don't mistake that for me seeing you as a hero.
Also with like these Studio Trigger eyes on him, like Gurren Lagann / Premier eyes.
Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Obel's mission or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
As long as you stand by the right values.
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side.
I hope so.
Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done, that's not bad in my book.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Obel Squad. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military. Can a proxy with no combat experience really handle such an operation?
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11.
Yeah, she doesn't know that we worked alongside Trigger and Soldier 11 in the past.
Sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. That's how Soldier 11 described the proxy. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections, that wraps up the mission briefing. Don't fall behind, Proxy.
Alright, let's get moving.
Is it my turn to fight?
Alright. Give them a go. Hello, Exaltists.
There are more enemies than we expected.
Ready, Aegis Squad, report your status. Aegis Squad, come in.
Oh no. Still no response.
Electromagnetic interference is pretty common in hollows. But interference patterns suggest this could be intentional jamming by the Exaltists.
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
Blitz Squad is pinned down. Aegis Squad, do you copy?
Surprise enemy reinforcements spotted to the northwest.
Aegis Squad.
Seed and the others should be okay, right?
Don't mind me,
Fastest
just
way to
flank.
restore comms is to disable the nearby
Just spreading
jamming
flames. Well, hold that thought.
We're circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target.
Introducing to Seed. Alright. Still a pretty powerful character to this day because, well, you'll see.
Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Blitz Squad, do you copy? Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
Still powerful.
No, the speaker's all buzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP. I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the captain have met up safely.
Well, trying to make sure.
The area's all clear.
I still love the fact that literally she's just driving around on a little mini scooter. Alright, James first, turn it off. As a seat. Okay, switch flips down, the humming of the machine somewhere in the comms just comes to a halt.
Agents reporting in. We read you loud and clear, Captain.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment.
I can't really control this.
Ethereals keep emerging from the miasma.
They sure have a large reserve of miasma.
Aegis Squad, are there any ether transmission terminals inside the control room?
Roger. New objective. Shut down the ether transmission
Alright.
system.
Keep going. Well, we're doing that little by little. Link to the ether transmission device. Successfully decrypted signal flashing from Seed Senior's data port, and once turbulent ether in the transmission system has grown still. Cool. Alright.
Remote support. In position.
The ether transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
Next, we eliminate the remaining enemies and head to the meeting point. And the rest is shown.
Oh, they're already dead. Alright. I don't even know what that cut was, but okay.
Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Secret research devices built by Porcelainments. Alice calls it obscure. Okay, report. Alright, Isolde. These just regular ether. Research the equipment. I doubt it's that simple. Anyone tied to Exaltus is bound to be suspicious. It feels something ominous too. Are you saying the Defense Force has some info on it? You'll get the intel, what you need to know. For now, let's keep moving. What a difficult person to work with. Yeah, again, two different personalities, just basically in one body here too, which is them kind of like trying to. I wouldn't say fight over one another, but just try to cooperate. Keep moving. All right, let's roll.
These things look like coffins. They're kind of creepy.
What's a coffin?
It's a thing where people are laid to rest.
Laid to rest? Oh, you mean like Seed Senior?
Oh yeah, Seed's personality. All right, into our Super Mario Galaxy like or little mini game. Where we go?
I've hacked the unknown device. Now analyzing. Network communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array.
There's literally no reason for me to do that anyways. I don't know why.
By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
You're amazing, Proxy.
You're not secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep, are you?
Hey, come on. I'm a professional.
We just met. What are you talking about? To have that kind of suspicion?
Communication structure
Crazy.
analysis. 50% complete.
Keep an eye out for anything else that sticks out. Alright. Alright, there we go. Complete. I was like, wait, why did that pop up? So it's bringing into the, yeah. I don't know why that did not pop up in the YouTube chat. That's weird. Let me see something. Huh, that's weird. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It popped up on stream, but it didn't pop up in the chat. That's kind of weird. That is odd. That is extreme. So is her brain... No. So is her brain interest... No, it's not. Her regular body brain would be in her...
ether reactors made by Porcelumex.
I guess you say it's like two
honest,
brains, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Except
ominous.
this one's like in an AI-generated format.
Porcelumex?
We're gonna put it that way.
That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Not everyone in the company is bad. Hopefully.
Even if they're not all bad, plenty still play.
Here we go. These objects are blocking the Aegis Squad's path to our rendezvous point. Let's clear them while we can. Just gotta throw them to the side.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
Well, we're going up.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
Alright. Alright, scooter about.
For all his hard work, too.
You all carried the operation. I was just doing my duty.
Alright, here we are. Yeah. They're probably gonna... They might just ask questions on, who is this person?
Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
Wait, yeah. You are?
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex inspection.
I remember. Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too.
Alrighty.
Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Someone worth trusting. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first. And then Seed Senior told me.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. Who's Seed Senior?
Seed Senior. Is that the name of your mech?
He's not a mech.
What do you mean?
Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs. You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must be quite knowledgeable in this field.
By the way, that'll be explained later on or so. Right, consider it a foreshadowing.
Did you attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
I mean, I either speak in like normal conversation, shit posts, or just, you know, absolute roasting, as I am now beginning to learn, or just depending on the thing that goes down.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obel Squad's comms channel, also seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11. You dummy.
Being able to tune into both Seeds and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time, I have to say, you really are something special.
It's called having a conversation. I don't know what you mean.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
Still, winning over these girls might be easy, but as their commanding officer, I have to assess you with the utmost caution.
It's because you're a gun, that's why.
All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies they didn't have time to evacuate with. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for, Proxy.
Yep, leave it to me.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates unknown to the Defense Force. But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's scales are like magic. Sounds way more impressive than a carrot.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway, you're confident you can catch up with them, right?
And they won't be able to escape.
I got this.
Alright. Speaking of which, the coffins just open up.
Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There's 8 in total. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Now we're all clear.
Obel Squad. All enemies eliminated.
Well, there you go. Ta-da! Squad's here. And the thunder stomp of heavy machinery ensure Hyper Screaming Seed brains and the Exaltus captives.
The rambling old man is a little Seed's trophy.
That's crazy.
The final sacrifice is about to begin. How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Do all the Exaltists talk like this? It's really hard to understand.
Seed, make him shut up.
Oh boy.
Foolish unbelievers!
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
Hey, Seed Senior, you've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't exactly a priority.
That's how Exaltus
What sets
operate.
these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator, which often drives them to act unpredictably. Even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason, the miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting New Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction. Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers!
Magnus here's got a temper.
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high energy lasers.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them? I know how to throw around grand quotes too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because you're one of them?
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon, specifically the section designated for Magus.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
Oh.
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
Yeah, how would you forget?
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not yet.
I don't need any labels or definitions.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties, Captain Magus.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Phaethon.
Something urgent that needs our attention right now?
There's a critical piece of intel that needs immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No, not just Lemnian Hollow. According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Yfei Peninsula. Over 300 of them.
Oh, lovely. Over 300 coffins laying around with bioweapons in it.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division would just end up as monster food.
We have to get this information to Command immediately. The Exaltists' actions may be far more dangerous than we had anticipated.
There's a problem.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy.
Where'd the music go, by the way? It's not even there.
There's still no solid evidence to confirm that all Obscura have sacrifices in them. The Obscura devices I saw on Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either. More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
Keyword yet. Jesus.
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
That shut him up.
The proxy has a point, but there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Yfei Peninsula. We need to organize thorough inspections and patrols as soon as possible. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
Yeah, watch out for the last-ditch counterattack, and then let's get going.
The Fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone, stay sharp and proceed with caution.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant!
Uh-huh. Yeah. Literally a contrast between kindness and complete rage here. Two sides of the same coin, or two sides in the same body, if you want to put it that way. The depths of Lemnian Hollow where even the Proxy's eyes couldn't even pierce the darkness. There's Sarah. The military operation has started. You're to provide cover for the Overseer's ritual. Every action leads us closer to meeting our Lord. We're thankful for the Creator, Lady Sarah. But the Defense Forces has overwhelming numbers, and we're taking heavy losses lately with what little strength we have left. We don't need to achieve victory. Our mission is to buy time. Sacrifices are inevitable, and fortunately the Defense Force is exactly driven by the noble duty they claim to uphold. As long as the Overseer completes the ritual, we're already won. May the Creator refine you. May the Creator refine me. Right. Gotcha. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright. The Obsidian Decision has temporarily taken over the Sea Gaze Rose as our base of operations. This will be our stage area for the upcoming mission. But there seem to be way more people at the base today. Probably some sort of operation being coordinated. Anyway, let's report back to Isolde first. Now, before I do that, let me go to my mailbox here. Because I got a golden carrot for something. And also, I need to... get that. And then, we got a couple things we need to worry about right now. Or worry about that right now when I get a chance here. Let's just go and keep focusing on the mission. Kind of keep going.
All in all, the scouting mission was a success. Obel Squad took no casualties. Against our firepower, those Exaltus lunatics didn't stand a chance. It's honestly baffling how HSO and public security got completely outplayed by the Exaltists. Their actions are chaotic and lack any strategy. Though credit goes to Commander Isolde's flawless planning.
You're kind of speaking out loud there.
The proxy was amazing too. Just like Trigger and Soldier 11 said. And just like all those rumors on Internet.
Huh? Orphe, since when have you been visiting sketchy sites like Internet behind my back?
Help!
Help me!
Calm down, Captain Magus. What you've dealt with so far are just the Exaltus scattered remnants.
I know. We already have the hollow coordinates for the Exaltus base. I'm not worried about a head-on clash. What worries me are those Obscura and the sacrifice creatures.
Leave the search for the Obscura to me and the city forces. You focus on the mission inside the hollow. You can't just grasp at weeds. You have to dig out the roots. All this might just be a diversion by the Exaltists.
Okay, so she's kind of caught on.
By the way, Proxy, I heard your performance in the hollow was top-notch as always. How's working with Obel? Has Captain Magus been giving you any trouble?
Yeah, about that. I have to give that some thought.
I'll have to think about that. I do remember Captain Magus saying that Phaethon is a villain who should be dealt with using 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers.
Ah, yes, that important detail.
Don't go taking things out of context to make me look like the bad guy. I'm a straight shooter.
Nah.
Got it. Looks like the temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon doesn't really hold much sway over Captain Magus.
It's all because I wasn't decisive enough. Please don't punish Captain Magus.
She's not the most soft-spoken, but Captain Magus and the squad have been doing their best to support me, and her military-grade high-energy laser is definitely reassuring.
Well, there you go.
All right. Without the proxy support, our operation wouldn't have gone this smoothly.
Whew. I guess this is the part where old grudges melt away, and everyone makes nice.
Hopefully that would be the case.
But if you're that talented, why settle for the dishonorable role of a proxy? Why not join the military, earn a proper rank, and truly protect New Eridu?
I'm not going to get into the politics of that, because literally that doesn't work that way. Especially considering the fact there's a lot of, like, red tape.
What's so dishonorable about it? The work we do in the shadows brings us closer to the light than many of those who stand in it.
You're being a little harsh today, Captain.
Proxy. How many unqualified civilians have you led straight into danger within the Hollows? And how many shady Hollow Raiders have you guided to dirty money?
You're right, Captain Magus. The underworld does have its dark side, but a lot of people are forced into it. They have to avoid the light and just try to survive in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And this grand, respectable world you speak of, Is it really filled with nothing but righteous heroes? Is your defense force really so perfect? Every single person?
You...
Hey, you brought this on yourself.
Alright, kids, enough bickering. The only villain here is the grumpy old Isolde. You're all brave, shining heroes, okay?
Looks like the captain got shut down by Commander Isolde again.
Even the proxy's been lumped in with the kids. Looks like we're all in the same class now.
Yep, pretty much, I guess.
This concludes the briefing. Proxy, Major General Lorenz has expressed interest in meeting you. Would you mind coming with me later?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
The Major General wants to see me? That can't be good.
Relax. I'll be with you.
Alright, let's go see the General. See what he's got to say. Sir, the Major General's guests has arrived. Please follow me, you two. The Major General's tent is just beyond this tunnel. Alright. Follow them and go to the tent.
Sir, your guests have arrived.
Colonel Isolde, I heard that, Obel Squad has already obtained the coordinates of the Exaltist headquarters.
Man, you look shady.
That's correct, sir. The recon operation was a success. However, we also discovered something unexpected. There are numerous ether reactors installed around Wi-Fi Peninsula, known as Obscura, which may pose a significant threat.
You can handle the specifics with your squad. You know I've always counted on you. Just make sure I get results.
Ah, for a new new medal I see?
Yes, sir.
Among all the mediocrity in the Obsidian Division, Isolde, you're the one who truly stands out. I'm really glad I found you back then. Someone like you shouldn't be stuck on the front lines. I'm pragmatic, but I always make sure my subordinates are treated fairly.
Huh.
This is a big opportunity, but I went to great lengths to get troops into Wi-Fi Peninsula. So this mission is one we cannot afford to fail.
Yes, sir.
Ah, I seem to have forgotten about our guest. Isolde, the person beside you.
This is the officially appointed Hollow Technical Advisor and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operation, Wise.
Welcome to Wi-Fi Peninsula, Ambassador Wise.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Wi-Fi Peninsula for a while now. Honestly, it's more appropriate for me and Swabian Temple to be the ones welcoming the Defense Force.
Swabian Temple? Ah, Yunque Summit. Pardon my memory, I nearly forgot our guest works directly under Mayor Mayflower.
Oh, so that's his name. Mayflower.
Mind filling me in, Colonel Isolde? Why is one of the mayor's personal agents, an infamous proxy, getting involved in Defense Force business?
So he knows too.
Wise was appointed by the city as a technical advisor and envoy for Mayor Mayflower, sir. He's here to assist and oversee the Defense Force's operation.
Assist, huh? If the High Preceptor of Yunque Summit had shown up in person, perhaps I'd consider that worthy. And as for the supervision, since when does Mayflower get a say in when Obsidian Division pulls the trigger?
Sir, Wise is only here to assist Obel Squad. This has nothing to do with the main force's operations or command. All part of the agreement to keep the City Council from meddling with our military affairs in Wi-Fi Peninsula. Which, I imagine, suits you just fine?
Of course. Your arrangements are always right on point, Colonel. This whole operation is running smoothly, thanks to you. Well then, since you're the Hollow experts and personally by the Mayor, it's only right that I give you a proper welcome.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, military secrecy is of utmost importance, so I'm afraid I can't escort Wise to the more refined venues in the city for a proper celebration, at least for now. Colonel Isolde? Until this operation is over, all of Wise's external communications and movements beyond Phylum Heights must be temporarily restricted.
Interesting.
That's a very unique way to treat a guest.
He's trying to keep him. He's trying to keep surveillance over him.
Major General, the mayor and Yunquei Summit might not be too happy about that.
That's an order, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
The people from Porcelumix are still waiting for me in Phylum Heights. Something about a banquet to welcome the Defense Force to Waifei Peninsula. Typical corporate parasites. Always know how to adapt and survive. I'm afraid I won't be able to personally entertain our guest, Isolde.
Let's go, Mr. Ambassador.
No, sir, wise you came here to help, and this is how you're treated. Life in the military comes with its fair share of rules and restrictions. Major General Lorenz was a decorated officer during the fall of the old capital 11 years ago and was promoted to general after its fall. Over the years, he's been known for his rather overbearing conduct. It'd be dishonored to say I like his style, but the work under him has definitely given me a lot of opportunities and access, allowing me to investigate the truth behind the fall of Old Capital. Truth behind it. To be exact, the cause behind my squad's failure back then. Magnus has always been concerned about it. I'm getting off track, but the point is you can count on us. Whether it's Opal Squad or any Obsidian Division soldier, we'll give everything to protect you. Okay, understood. After briefing you in the military operation, Isolde takes her leave.
Huh?
How about rude? Are all of the Defense Forces generals this unpleasant? I mean, let's be fair, power usually goes to people's heads, especially if you give them a form of a ranking or a promotion. That's usually the endless cycle that happens. So, there are restrictions on going out and contacting the outside world. I might as well be a prisoner. But if we're just gonna go back to the Rusty as Swim Temple, we shouldn't be stopped, right? Alright, there we go. Okay, got that. Now let's go ahead and come down here. See what's got to say. Oh, he blocked. I see. Sorry, orders from above. You're not allowed to leave. Argue with facts. Yes, facts and logic usually help in certain scenarios, but people can't understand. I don't know who you are, but there's no argument to be had. Orders are orders. Argues with facts and logic again. The argument draws the attention of several nearby soldiers. Are you okay, Wise? Commander... Comrade, why is this a special envoy sent by the mayor? Show some respect. Mighty Mr. Wise has gotten taken down a notch. I'm just following orders. Following orders is a soldier's duty. I understand where the soldier's coming from. Hope you understand Crimson Gloom. Storms off into... Withdrawal with hell head high. So we can't leave until this is done. So again, pure surveillance. Because... yeah.
Captain, Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed.
No significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test.
Test.
You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
So you're really eager to see me torture?
Since you already see me as a villain, it's only natural I've learned how to avoid torture, right?
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Explains Mayor General's orders to everyone.
Temporarily restricting the Proxy's movements and communications. What does that mean?
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
Talk about a blunt saying.
That's just... so...
That's terrible!
Yep.
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught by Opal Squad. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Aha.
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
Yeah. I highly doubt it.
And then the proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics.
There's no point in fighting it. You allow a soldier to fasten the tracker and more likely electronic shackle to your ankle. At this point, I'm just literally on house arrest. You know? House arrest with a ankle monitor on me. Thanks for the best for signal jamming. Only wireless frequency since still functioning Wi-Fi Peninsula or military ones. For now, at least, safe alert to your friends anxiously waiting for your replies on Knock Knock.
My apologies, Proxy.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
I never thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy.
Yeah, maybe you should stop underestimating.
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
Yeah. When communications or movement restricted, things are definitely tricky. Luckily, I can still reach out the bell and ferry through the HDD without the Defense Force noticing. Okay, cool. We still have, like, a way to communicate. Right, as I'm thinking about this. Don't sit down. It's time for Obels who have regular equipment maintained. Come join us. Is that okay? Do you agree, Captain Magus? Make sure our technical pilots have reliable gear is crucial. So if you want to drop by Proxy, go right ahead. I don't have any equipment on me. Really? I mean, I could detect any gear on Proxy, but I can't shake this feeling. Like the Proxy has some sort of device that feels oddly familiar. Don't worry, Proxy. C can be a bit hard to follow at times, but when it comes to tech, you can always count on her. It's just a routine maintenance check. Come on, Proxy, stop being so wishy-washy. Alright, lovely. Whole squad is all here. Alright, time to start today's routine maintenance. Inspection on duty, squad member Seed. First up for inspection, Mercury. Mercury here. Let me take a look and see if this little Colby got anything wrong with it. I always get nervous when Seed does my checkups. The antenna on the comms module seems a bit worn out. Gotta remember to get those parts replaced. If Cobalt can't hear me on the radio during the operation, I'm gonna kick your butt. Good lord. Well, alright, you take care, HG. Have yourself a good night. Thank you so much for coming by. And I will see you next time around, my guy. So take care, have a good weekend as well. Hopefully everything goes A-okay for you. Yeah, rest easy, bud. Yeah, aye. Alright, next up is Trigger Sniper Rifle. I'm counting on you again, Seed. Only need one look to tell your equipment is in a flawed shape. You always just like always, Trigger. A sniper's weapon is their soul on the battlefield, after all. Boring. Now it's Orpheus and Captain Magnus's turn. Let's see this straight. You're not laying a finger on me. Calm down, Captain. Quit swinging around my tail. Your ectoskeleton is in good shape overall, Orpheus, but your tail shows way more wear. No doubt during the Captain's reckless fighting style. Captain gives it all in the combat. I'll just try to stay in sync with Orpheus's movements. As for Captain Magus, you use nitro fuel oil again, aren't you? C can't stand that smell burning out of your gun barrel. Whoa. Are you seriously attacking the Captain's dental hygiene? Yep, probably. And finally, your turn, Proxy. Where should I start? Beat stares straight in Proxy's eyes, and impossible as it seems, it almost feels like she could see right through the HDD. But that can't be possible, right? Okay, subject real quick. The eyes are crystal clear, Proxy. All systems are good. Inspection's complete. You were just looking for an excuse to stare in Proxy's eyes. Now that everyone's finished their equipment check, you're dismissed. Get some rest and make sure you're good Your gear serves as the armory. Hey, Proxy, don't forget to look after your eyes, too. See nose. You confirm that the military really is restricting your freedom of movement with Obel Squad. You then return to the tent to rest. The tent offers some cover from the soldier's gaze, and reestablishing the connection with HDDD brings a small sense of relief. Hello, Fairy?
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
The second assistant?
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you? When will you finally understand that as his sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just a pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Save your useless sympathy, First Assistant. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Alrighty.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Wise can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
Alrighty. I'll send over the data from my eyes right away.
I saw some new data with my eye implants in the Hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Alrighty.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your Master had nothing to do with it. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Wise, just like always.
Alright, I'll leave them in your hands.
Then leave clearing out the Hollow to me and Obel Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Wise.
Alright, cool. The bed beneath you feels so foreign, you hardly rest well for the night, but as with all things, it eventually passes. A commotion rises from the outpost beyond the tent. That's Orphe and Seed's voice. Let's go check it out. What's happening? Oh, well, Mercury's down. I wonder what happened there. Is this little one you brought back from the Hollow? Yes, Captain. The Bamboo Squad seems to have been attacked. I received the Bamboo's destruct signal and rushed over. What about the soldiers in that squad? They were all lying there covered in blood. I mean, that's not that's not breathing kind of lying there. Good lord. Let's pay our respects. This Bamboo probably recorded what happened when they ran into the enemy, but it's badly damaged. Do we have any technicians at base? Yep, let's let Wise do it. Proxy, you know how to fix a Bamboo? Please help this little guy. Alright, leave it to you, Proxy. Alright. Alright, so. Alright, we're gonna do that. There we go. Right, we got it. Simple enough. Video footage is restored, and the images from the inside the Hollow stream out through the Bamboo's data port.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. The cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there? Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma!
Oh boy.
Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms?
They were looks like they got corrupted.
They're coming closer. And they're armed!
The shots ringing out from the distance.
We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the Exaltis troops in disguise?
Oh, I see it has a sensor filter. Interesting. The fire echoes all around.
No, they emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive. What the are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal or monster, just take them down. Reporting in. We've got casualties.
Vincent Gashans grew louder and gradually drowning out all the voices. The gunfire and voices gradually fade away and everything returns to silent. White noises grow louder, skipping ahead.
It's just as the Overseer said. Even a miracle like resurrection is nothing for the Creator.
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step toward the gate of the final domain.
Interesting.
Don't worry. My joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp. The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule. They'll never catch up to us on our path to the Creator.
Which ends abruptly. The Bang Boo recording data seems to couldn't hold on any longer. The soldiers crawling out of the mist. They look like the dead brought back to life. The dead, but they're dressed in military gear from the old capital, stuff from 11 years back, and those are truly are dead returned. How could they be the ghosts of those old soldiers if they have their own squad mates? They're not undead. Still, the fact that these creatures take on the form of a former Defense Force soldier means their creator. The enemy's knowledge of the Defense Force might be beyond our imagination. Besides, yesterday's mission went perfectly and we didn't let any cultists escape, so there's no way Exalta should be aware of our progress. We need to report this to Exalta. Let's go, Proxy. Alright, let's go ahead and report this. Well, we got some new info to work with for what is going to be happening. Together with Oval Squad, you brief Exalta on what you saw in that footage.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation? So far, only Oval Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident. But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
That's a possibility, too.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
How could someone ignore Colonel's orders?
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Only the Major General himself.
I see.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time, I agree with you. Swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Oval Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus.
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared.
I feel like we're about to walk into something like a trap.
We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
Like, there's gotta be at least something underneath the sleeve of something here. As far as I can tell. Nope, I won't let you down.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please don't betray the trust that people have placed in the Defense Force.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Oval never fails a mission.
Numbers has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on the miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate key Exaltus bases. Get ready to move out, and a surprise attack every second counts. Alright, let's do it. I ain't got nothing to prepare for anyways, so we'll get after it.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltist's main base.
Intel may not be complete.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far.
It wouldn't hurt to be cautious.
I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms. They fought side by side years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate. But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
That's kind of dumb. I'm going to be 100% honest. It's like you can't trust your own squad mates either? Kind of stupid to me.
I understand. So please believe me. When I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
Alright. Alright, let's keep going and see what we can find.
Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there?
Alright.
Petty thugs blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them.
Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
Got you covered. Ether vision activate. Oops, I can't really control my screen.
Alright. Oh, I was like, I gotta turn this off. Encrypted documents detected on this device. I access answering the Overseer's call, wrongfully killing soldiers rising from the underworld cloaked in flame of vengeance. As for why the Defense Force soldiers would fight for us, the Overseer was rather vague. Perhaps they too were blessed with witnessing the Creator's true form in the underworld. The files stored in the device are incomplete. The remaining intelligence needs to be obtained elsewhere. Wrongfully killing soldiers, but those ones emerged from the miasma were wearing 11-year-old uniforms, and they died protecting New Eridu. Those Exalted scum, how dare they desecrate the honor of fallen soldiers? Unforgivable. The approaching footsteps has everyone on guard, but then what they see is the sight of ally soldier universe. Well,
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
So he's probably involved in this.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here to support the operation.
Yeah, but you're sounding alarms.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right. and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flank so smoothly. We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
I doubt it.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphe. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists,
I doubt it.
then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
Absolutely foolish, I swear to God. Jesus.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist's base been completely cleared?
Aha.
Several preachers took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Right.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple properly. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Obel, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Absolute morons. Jesus.
The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
Second-rate troop sure is surprisingly good at messing things up.
Right.
Who would ever call this an ambush?
Encrypted documents detected on this device accessing. We may be working with the Porcelumics, but they aren't exactly saints. They sacrificed everything for profit. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city. The truth is, files in here without warning. Okay, there's a record of the hardware being moved, but the missing data cannot be retrieved. Damn, of all places, the data has been missed at the most crucial place. Crucial parts. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city. Just what has these Exaltists learned? It's nothing but a distraction, but they planned it on purpose to mislead us. Still, it's clear the Exalted remnants were spooked by the Major General's unit acting so recklessly. But they're moving the key data early, because we have no choice but to press on. Press on and see what we can find.
Elite targets have appeared.
Elite targets. Just the kind of fight Obel Squad's been waiting for.
Recalibrating.
Keep moving.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
Now, what are you doing?
On you again this time.
Now, what are you doing out here? Well, well, well. What do we got here?
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow. In person?
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said, you're quite a capable squad.
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
Must be, yep, Lucro.
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the reception banquet for the Porcelumex safety inspection.
A reception banquet? For a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Anyway, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This gentleman is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
You even knew that I'm an envoy.
I'm just doing my duty. Please. The title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here.
Mm-hmm.
You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters. Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
Well, damn. Okay, going for the throat.
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Escorted by troops. Okay, well, why were they out here in the first place? That's the question. There's no reason to be out here unless there's something they're wanting.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to. Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. Porcelumex's other executive had previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well. And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the defense force. It's clear why they're here.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness, Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Good Lord.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obol's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere in the Lemon Hollow, illustrated by a flickering candlelight, Great Overseer of the Defense Force took the bait, and just as planned, they're feeling pretty proud of themselves. God. Perfect. They're wasting enough time on meaningless distractions, and that foolish general thinks he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major forces at us anymore, though the price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for their faith, Overseer. Besides, the troops you brought back from the underworld were a huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers. It's cruel, really. Still, it's for the right cause, and that even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely. If the greatest purpose is an audience with the Creator, I know you have the other intentions, but you still opening the path to the Creator, won't you, Great Overseer? I'm wandering confusion along this path more than once, but the whispers I heard were true, without a doubt. Once I achieve my goal, I'll open the path to the Creator for you, which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Thapin is with the Defense Force right now, and that one's a real handful, not the type to let things go easily, and that elite squad of theirs has been a serious thorn in our side. I've noticed. That youngster may be unexpected variable, but I've already set a course for how their tale unfolds. Don't back them into a corner unless you have to. Your arrangements are reasonable. May the Creator refine us. Cults. What can I say? What can I say? So everything's kind of falling in place just because idiot militaries being misled by unhinged cults. Great. Cheers and laughter echoes from the military camp, which have been so quiet for the past few days. Why is this defense force made so lively? What's going on? To ask around and see what the soldiers know. Yeah, what do you know? Arrogant soldier. A new face and not a uniform either. You must be the outside help for the, what was it? Aspen Squad. No. Thanks for the brilliant leadership of Major General and his here we secure an easy victory. Sure you didn't land the big victory, but you still played the part. Stand your ground. Hey, what's with that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be such a buzzkill, okay? Yeah. Great. Lucro. See what he's got to say. Welcome back, Envoy. I've been waiting here just to make sure you return safely. You're really laying it thick, huh? Such modesty. Still, if you're acting on behalf of the mayors in defense format, I'm sure your words hold real authority with the city's administration. We owed it to the Major General's forces that we were able to reclaim a significant cache of porcelain without incident. Assisting Verox handed over the Exaltus, which are in fact porcelain's property. It's quite the haul. Major General and I go way back. He may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on. I know I'm just a shrewd profit mind trader, and I also know that there's been some bad blood between you and the Major General. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always brings value to the table, so naturally, I'm pleased to you made it back in one piece. Yeah, about that. It's true that certain individuals with porcelainus, including Mr. Ferox and his team, engaged in unlawful activities with the Exaltus. The shameful and pathetic Mr. Ferox is now in custody, and with the Major General's support, we tracked down his subordinates who escaped into the Hollow. Porcelainus is clean up any further criminal associations. Right. Nothing's never clean. It never has been clean. Regardless of so-called Obscura devices when they were created for Verox's dealing with the Exaltus, I'm not clear on their scientific worth. Still, they made a cost of porcelainus belong to the company. We'll recover each of the Obscura once the defense force finishes assessing their risk. Their risk? Yes, Colonel Exalta started stating in the report that the Obscura could potentially pose an extreme risk and even go so far as to order an evacuation of White Peninsula for public safety. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me. It's going to be too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me to leave White Peninsula. Take care of yourself. He's immediately just hauling out here for what's going on. These guys sure know how to take it easy. They're already planning the victory party right after winning. It's not over yet. That's the thing. So what's the Defense Force's next move? Next move? There isn't one. The Major General believes the key members of the Exaltus have been wiped out and their base cleared. As far as we're concerned, we already won. Never thought victory would come so easily. No, they're not. Nope. You're facing the Exaltus more times than anyone, Proxy. Your insight is valuable, but even so, the Obsidian Division can't keep pouring resources into chasing down a mindless outlaw group. As for the Obscura, Colonel Exaltus has taken our intel, and the risk of possibility posed by the sacrifice is very seriously. She's already preparing to evacuate citizens of the White Peninsula. We're standing on guard here to protect the civilians until everyone's been evacuated and all Obscura in the city has been cleared. It's thanks to Exaltus' leadership that we were able to locate so many Obscura across the city before operation begins, too. Did the Colonel know about the risk of the Obscura all along? Since everyone's taking a break, why don't you relax a little too, Proxy? You know what's bad is, like, there is no time to relax when literally what's about to be happening. And the fact that literally they're getting misled, you know? I'm headed back to the camp with Captain. Want to join us for a bit, Proxy? Despite your doubts, with cheers ringing through the night all around you, you find yourself taking a brief rest by the firelight with two soldiers. Mobile Squad settles in at their quarters, and troops are already preparing to celebrate.
Everyone! The Exaltus, the threat that plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New Eridu, like every triumph before. Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer for victory!
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
Oh, Jesus.
I hate to be that guy, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
You and me both.
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exaltist leaders are still at large. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltists will remain a threat until they're eliminated. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Yishuan Shifu, and the Exaltists suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit? I've heard the name before.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
She probably knows something that's going on too behind the scenes.
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
Probably just kind of feed in and give information back to Yunquai Summit too. Keep everybody informed.
You might be right. That does sound like her. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
The hell we can't.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Senior would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
As Fathan, I have no right to stop moving forward. Excuse me, Mr. Special Envoy. Colonel asked me to pass on a message. Some bigwigs from Tops here is here to see you. From Tops? Don't ask me about specifics. You'll just have to go and see for yourself. Alright, let's see. Bigwigs from Tops. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hi, Damien. You met with Damien after dark and filled in on what Lucros is doing.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements. Besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltist stock of Porcelume, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another.
I see.
I have no place in Tops any longer, and the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
So you're in pretty much a risky position as well.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Like I ever had a choice. I'm just trying to stay alive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunquei Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Waifei Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me out. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunquei Summit for assistance either. But if it's to keep you safe...
It's alright. Just when I was at my wit's end, Miss Savior appeared.
Isolta. Just as Damien finished speaking, a small figure suddenly sprang out from behind him.
Hiya!
Oh,
I'm
hi!
the savior he was talking about.
Well, hello! Hello, hello! Guess who we're gonna learn about today?
It's funny. Most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from TOPS, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
Okay, the Krampus Compliance Authorities. I think that's in. If I had to think, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Would they be considered? If I'm correct, I think they'd be considered like the CIA of this world.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority. Is that the name of another company within TOPS? It doesn't sound as familiar to me as the other big companies.
That's alright. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if the company's executives are tearing each other apart. However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with
that would be military. CIA's military.
of the alliance.
I don't know what I actually don't know what they would be classified in this kind of world then, other than just kind of like an authority based on company management error. I don't know.
The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the round table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, Porcelumix has clearly stepped out of line.
Alright, and they're coming down to settle this.
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason TOPS has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Hopefully she turns out to be your savior.
Although he's not really a friend, I do have some understanding of the way Damien does things. He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also someone who would never cross the line.
Huh. You've got sharp and beautiful eyes.
And she sees something. Okay, so she can actually see the HDD in his eyes, probably.
I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus.
Probably.
And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Mr. Wise.
Zhao, the Krampus member, turns and walks off with Damien in tow. She may have been as small in stature, but her command presence nearly overshadows this heaving Damien beside her. It's getting late. Let's head back to the tent and get some rest. Yeah, I can tell that Zhao is definitely going to be a powerhouse. Definitely a powerhouse, story-wise. Proxy. Not Proxy. It's not that time to sleep yet. I came all this way with the squad members to invite you to our special nighttime operation. Special night op? Follow us and you'll see, Proxy. Move quietly and stay low just like a sniper. See and trigger quickly creep behind Orphe and suddenly launch a surprise attack.
Soldier Orphe!
Soldier Orphe!
Yep. Alright.
You two again?
And now you have the proxy as an accomplice too?
Accomplice?
It's not what it looks like, Orphe. I had no idea those two were planning to scare you.
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up. We should let her rest.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphe more worried about waking the captain, or about the captain catching you secretly enjoying some prohibited items?
What do you... Please describe these prohibited items, because this could be anything in the world right now. It's very vague.
Excuse me. First of all, my concern for the captain is absolutely genuine. Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all snacks as prohibited.
Ah, so late-night cravings. Okay, cool.
Oh. Well, then why doesn't Orphe protest when the captain's actually awake?
I'm sure Orphe has her own reasons.
Anyway, if Orphe doesn't want us to tell the captain...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Them lemon pepper chips, if you will.
Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphe.
Then, the proxy should also share the responsibility.
Wait, I just got... I'm not even part of this.
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in.
Okay, well, that works, too. In Seabreeze, wife and Peninsula, you team up with Orbit Squad to finish off lemon-flavored chips. As night deepens, Seed and Trigger, who ambushed Orphe, return to squad camp. Just as you're about to leave, Orphe calls out to you.
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about. It's about the captain.
About Magus?
Let me guess. It's something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the captain for her bad attitude toward you during the mission. But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
Yep.
I trust you, Orphe. Just like you trust Captain Magus.
Because why would I trust Captain Magnus? I mean, after all, they gave me an attitude. Why would I need to?
Come to think of it, you and Magus make quite the unique team. A soldier paired with an intelligent weapon construct.
An intelligent construct? No, the captain is more than that.
Alright, story time.
Can I trust you, Proxy?
Yeah, okay.
You can trust me. Just like how you trust Captain Magus.
I'm just a gunner. A soldier, here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me, if Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses.
I see.
At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Cloned soldiers. It sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have lasted this long. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant. That legendary soldier's military codename was Magus. The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call her soul, stored within the weapon.
So there's our answer.
Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wanted, is it really a blessing? Or a curse? All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say I stole her life. But Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me, Orphe, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life. I know the looks in my comrades' eyes often carry sympathy or pity, mockery, or even disgust. Still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy. I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep telling me, over and over again, you're one of a kind, Orphe. I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down.
An expectation is usually the fall of a lot of people, especially if you hold it as high over your head like it's honor.
Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather have my noisy Obel Squad and you, the cool Proxy. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus's, are not what define us. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk. Our pasts are not what define us. Instead, it's up to us to determine our destinations. As a Proxy, you'll lead us to the right place. I believe in you, Proxy.
Well, there we go. Well, there we go. We've learned the backstory behind Orphe and Magus. Alright, let's head back to the tent. After a brief signal disruption, communication with HUD is reestablished. How's the calculations going so far?
Fairy, have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in Lemnian Hollow's most active area?
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Wise, finally! The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Obel Squad and take them out in one strike.
An unexpected challenge.
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations, so Obel Squad is unauthorized to act without orders. Could you send a message to Yishuan Sufu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Sufu never replies to messages. Just say, Junior Wise needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Yishuan Sufu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the Defense Force find out.
Poor Junior Wise is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent. Come rescue him quickly. P.S. Stay low-key and avoid any clashes with the Defense Force.
Are you exaggerating things?
Aren't you over-exaggerating a little?
We're talking about the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula here. So what if it's a little exaggerated?
All we can do now is wait for help from Yukway Summit.
All we can do now is pray that Rinkway Summit sends help soon. Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltis might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is basking in the limelight. There's no time to waste. I'm logging off now.
Alright. Just as you're about to fall asleep, the familiar chirping breaks the peaceful slumber again. Yep, there's Shifu's Qingming bird. Your vision suddenly dims, but strangely you don't feel afraid. When you come to your senses, you're already being carried high up in the air by a town switch. Your body feels weightless, like a feather is drifting in the air one moment, and then heavy like a stone sinking in the lake next. By the time you come back to your senses, you've already arrived. All right, they're back. Cool. He's back to the Sweeping Temple.
I think I just had a dream. Am I still dreaming? Or is this really Swabian Temple?
My disciple.
Oh, hey.
Fufu told me poor Junior Wise is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent. And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior Wise's sister!
Alright, cool. We're released out of there.
By the way, your dear sister is here too.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu, it's time we step in and get an explanation, don't you think?
What do you mean by step in? Junior Wise just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Was it? Oh.
Did Yishuan Shifu use a technique to bring me to Swabian Temple?
Seems you're finally catching on now.
Your safety, of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've run into some trouble with the military?
Come on, Junior Wise. What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help? Don't worry, you can tell us. We're all here for you.
Something's not right.
That's right. All your seniors are here.
You lay out the intel calculated by Fairy along all company suspicions and speculations for everyone.
Cunning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Wise get some proper rest first.
Well, how about the ankle monitor that I've got? Can you remove that? Can you remove the ankle monitor first? I think it's still attached where I can't do much.
Oh.
You still got your senior sister waiting for you on the mountain. Can't have you getting kidnapped before you see her. I kept having these unsettling dreams lately, like something bad's about to happen. Whenever I'm on mission in my husband-did areas, I always hear these whispers. I'm a bit worried about you and about your senior sister, my sister. It's not corruption... Ooh, can't speak. Not corruption symptoms, is it, senior? Have the recent missions been too much? If so, let me help share that load. Don't worry so much. The sky could fall and Shifu would handle it. It'll be okay. You're right. We still got Shifu. Alright, Belle. This job has really been tough on you, Wise. Senior sister is the best. A proxy without their senior sister is nothing. Those damn soldiers. How dare they lock up my junior. Alright. Talk to you. You explain Shifu the details about the Obscura found in Waifei Peninsula and the potential Exaltus base hidden in the Hollow. The lives of the Waifei Peninsulas are at stake. It can't be taken lightly. If the Defense Force refuses to step in, then Yukwei Summit will have no choice but to break the rules of engagement and take action. But now that there are threats on both ends outside the Hollow, and with so few disciples left at the Swabian Temple, you might need some reinforcements. Before they finish speaking, an angry shout from outside cuts her off. The poor temple gates couldn't withstand the forces of the uninvited guests, and it cracked open to let them into the courtyard.
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. Turns out it's soldiers from the Defense Force. Please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no right to enter private residences without permission. And my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go as they please.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain, is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night and caused a big ruckus. And now she's ready to give you a beating.
Give me a beating?
Seed Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, he probably won't be able to stop her.
Yeah, considering the fact how powerful she is compared to everybody else here.
Even with all the Obsidian troops of Waifei Peninsula as support, you probably still couldn't stop me.
High Preceptor Ishwan. This unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation. The person behind you, Phaethon, is currently under our protection.
Under your protection? You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being restricted?
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secrets and to ensure the proxy's safety.
Oh?
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my protection.
Please hear me out, you two.
Listen, you two. There's something more urgent to deal with than my safety.
Proxy, are you okay?
Oh, so the proxy wasn't kidnapped by Yunquei Summit.
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy away, trying to extract military information.
Jesus.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples and the well-being of New Eridu.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to defy military orders to contact Yunquei Summit, I trust you must have had a good reason.
Once again, you laid out the current intel and situation for both parties.
You mean you're absolutely certain that the Exaltus still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere in the Hollow?
I can't say I'm completely certain. Not until I enter the Hollow myself and reach those coordinates. But as Guardians of New Eridu, shouldn't Yunquei Summit and the Defense Force investigate, even if there's only the slightest chance of danger?
Wise, I just received an alert from Barry.
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rising across the entire Lemnian Hollow.
Well, I'll be damned.
Warning. Ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is approaching record-high levels. Warning. At the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that Lemnian Hollow will breach the Zenless limit within 1,026 hours.
What's that voice assistant rambling about this time?
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the Hollow might just go boom.
About the yep.
The Exaltus in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments on large-scale miasma activation. I suspect they're preparing for what they call the final sacrifice. Based on the intelligence and mission results we've seen, the Exaltus control most of the miasma-rich areas in Lemnian Hollow. They've also mastered the technology to manipulate the unique ether. The current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow is probably connected to the Exaltus operations.
If your theory is true, then this currently undiscovered Exaltus base will likely become the central hub for their final sacrifice.
Yep. And Thyron lies.
Exactly.
Yep, in our source.
If we can take out their hidden base, the sacrifice ritual won't happen, and the Hollow's rising activity will be back under control.
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical throat like that?
That's a big question right now.
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms, you still managed to lose me. So essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats are still stirring up trouble, and if they are, we wipe them out. That should eliminate the threat, right?
Wow, Captain Magus. You actually understood everything this time. Amazing.
And let's move out. Obel Squad will personally eliminate the looming shadow that threatens Wi-Fi Peninsula.
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying an hour ago that military orders must never be disobeyed?
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Phaethon, who fled all the way into the Hollow with classified military intel.
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunquei Summit.
It's our duty as the Defense Force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior officers have failed in that duty, then I'll take responsibility myself.
I see.
Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then Defense Force soldiers, and even civilians, would pay dearly.
I understand. My disciples and I will remain on standby at Phylum Heights and fulfill our duty to protect this place.
Yeah, about the operation plan.
In that case, the attack plan and the operation start time need to be decided ASAP.
Deploying all of Obel's squad would draw too much attention. I'll need to wait for the right moment. Let's regroup and launch the operation first thing tomorrow morning. All members of the Obel squad, return to base and get some rest.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's probably going to be a long day.
Alright. Okay, cool. That's complete. And before we go and talk to them about the current mission that's going to be happening here, let me do one quick thing here. Well, before we even do all that, I just need to do something else. Because, depending on... Oh, what the hell? Oh, hey, I got some noise reductions. Cool. Oh, hey, triple moons. Alright. Well, actually, before we do that... Get all that. Let me do one couple things here, too, because, again... Because I gotta get my dailies done, and then, you know, especially for what time it is, too. Oops.
Got treasures gathering dust? Time limit to go.
Get this, too. Alright, open up. Alright, get all that taken care of, grab all that. And then we'll head back here. And I know we got like a little bit of time, but at the same time, there's not enough for us to be able to complete a mission or anything, or complete the next thing over, so we'll have to call it for right now, especially for what it is or so. So, I will say this for the most part, for those who are watching, for those who stuck around, for those who are here with me, whether you're lurking, chilling, or just having a nice fun time, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys' company. In addition or so, if you guys are interested, I do have a community Discord if you guys are looking for it. It is down below in the description if you guys are ever interested in it. But I will say this too. I will let you guys know what the next stream schedule is going to be this coming Monday. In addition, what I'll have planned video-wise, I'll probably be either like a good amount of shorts on my end, or at least like another like solo thing video-wise for you guys to look at. But until then, you guys take care. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you till then. Take care of yourselves. A lovely night, and I'll see you guys next week here for this coming Tuesday or so. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.